Stop number 30 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the mile-and-a-half track that is Charlotte Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina, as we are here today for the running of the Mello Yello 500 as we're set for 40 laps of action on this racetrack here today. And going to be a great race we're going to have here. And the points battle, well, tightened up a little bit after last race on the tour at Dover, but we'll see what happens here today at Charlotte. And it's an all KAB front row in today's event. Here's what gets us started line for this running event. On the pole at 184 miles an hour, it is Keith Batson driving car number 20 at Texaco Haviland Ford. His wife, Kat Batson, is alongside of him in car number 88, the Ford Quality Services Ford Credit Ford Thunderbird. She is a three-time winner this season so far on the year. Row number 2 has another three-time winner, Jessica Shelton, in number 94 to McDonald's Ford. And beside her will be Becca Tellier in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6, and it's the third KAB car in the top 5. Going to row 3, it's car number 4, William Brock in the winner this season at California. He is in the Kodak Chevrolet. Beside him will be Johnny Gardner, two-time winner this season. He won at Pocono, and then he won again at Dover in the Family Channel Prime Star Ford. Going to row number 4, we'll have Phil Parker in number 5, the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet, and alongside of him, Jason Haywood, who won a season at Darlington in the Southern 500. His car number is 21. Next row down, we'll have Dylan Young in car number 2, the Miller Ford, winner of the season at Watkins Glen, and Zachary Fitzwater in car number 29, the Cartoon Network Chevrolet. Next row down, we'll have car number 23, Ryan George, looking for the Charlotte sweep. This season, he won a 600 on his very same track. He'll be alongside car number 25, Kyle Langland. Next row down, we'll have car number 17, Shane Lake in the Western Auto Parts America Chevrolet, and Michael Whitman in car 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. Next row down, we'll have car number 22, Dylan Poteet in the MB&A Pontiac, and number 42, Kyle Matthews in the wheel of the Coors Light Silver Bullet. Is winner this season at Rockingham. Next row down has Kev Shearer in car 71, the Prodigy Chevrolet, and number 19, Jesse Turner in his Ford. Next row down we'll have car number 41, Charles Sanford, two-time winner this season. He won a season in the Daytona 500, and he also won a night race at Bristol. Next row, and alongside of him will be Mike Becker in car number 7, the QBC Ford. Next row down has Cole Deaver, number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, two-time winner this season, won at Atlanta, and he also won at Cleveland. Beside him will be another two-time winner, Paul Minnick. He's the number 18, the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. His win this season came at the day race at Bristol. He also won at the Dodge Motor Dome. Next row down we'll have Chelsea Bowles in car 77, the Jasper Engines Ford, and number 15, Preston Dive Bomb City Plors is alongside of her. Next row down, Glenn Duhit, number 8, the Circuit City Ford, and number 10, the Tide Ford of Ryan Acosta. Going the next row down has Jack Lagacy in the Burger King Chevrolet car 87, and second place in the points, Levi McIntyre, 5-time winner this season, and number 99, the XMRS SKF Ford. Next row down has car number 90, Jordan Lopez in the Holligmeyer Ford, and he'll be alongside Nick Baxter in car 81, the Square D Ford. Next row down has Alexander Rowe, number 1, Hooters Pontiac, and number 12, JT Bryant. Next row down has car number 11, Patrick Smith, and beside him, car 30, Audra Baranauskas in the Pennzoil Pontiac. Next row down's way back in the back, the points leader, Joshua Osborne, and number 37, two-time winner this season. He won at North Wilkesboro, and he also won the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. Beside him, Quentin Moore in car 75. Next row down has car 44, Jonathan Zorlin, and number 98, Max Anderson. Next row down has car 43, another two-time winner, Joshua Collard. His wins came at the 2nd Michigan and 2nd Richmond races. He'll be alongside car 33, the winner at Las Vegas, Al Lagacy. And starting shotgun the field in car number 9 to Spam Ford, it is Ashlyn Boyd. And here comes the command of Fire the Engines here at Charlotte.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
This visit to Charlotte about 20 laps shorter than what we saw in the 600 earlier this season. If you remember, the 600 was 60 laps of action on this racetrack here, and somebody's got problems on sitting on pit road. Somebody might have been a did not start possibly here, and I don't know who that was, but the rest of the field better be getting going here, because they are trying to catch up to the leaders, and I hope they have at the moment. But somebody in the middle of the pack had trouble getting started. So anyway, Ford sweep the front 4 spots. The first non-Ford product is, of course, the Chevrolet of William Brock. As the field rounds through the 3rd and 4th turns now, and the field being led in the controls of Keith Batson in car 28 Texaco Have 140. He's yet to win a race this season, as we've mentioned before. Kat Batson has won a race this season, so has Jessica Shelton and William Brock, and Becca Taylor has likewise to Keith Batson, not yet won a race this season. The green flag is out. The Mello Yello 500 is on. This track here at Charlotte, very, very competitive. We saw a very competitive 600 at this very track. Through the 3rd and 4th turns they come here. Jessica Shelton dives inside, looking to get those 5 bonus points and try to get herself back into contention. She's third in the standings coming in, but sits a couple of 100 points behind the leader, Joshua Osborne. And here comes William Brock to the inside, and Brock will take the lead in car number 4. But here comes Phil Parker, number 5, as he's going to try to make a move to the inside to try to look for the lead himself. Through the 1st and 2nd turns they come. Dylan Young is in 2nd position. Ryan George is going to try to take 3rd from William Brock as they come to the 3rd and 4th turns now. And here comes Shane Lake to the inside. Number 17, this is the best run he's had in quite a while this season. Speed shots a buzz here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We should mention the front 2 cars right now, Dylan Young and Phil Parker, both have our in-car cameras in today's event, along also with the points leader, along with our points leader, Joshua Osborne. He has our 3rd in-car camera. And Chelsea Bowles is way off the pace, number 77, as she has had starting problems earlier today. So back up front here, and we got the Dillons up front, Poteet in 2nd, and Young is the leader of the race here. Kev Shears over to the 3rd position. It's another driver who's hungry for a win this season, as is a guy whom you are on board with right now, Phil Parker. Parker rounding through the 3rd and 4th turns now as he's running right behind Shane Lake and Cole Deaver in the 3 cars. They come out back in the front stretch. 185 miles an hour, 186 miles an hour. Into turn number 1 goes Phil Parker. His last lap by 184.319 miles an hour. But he is drifting back just a little bit right now as Kev Shear takes the lead in number 71 with Charles Sanford in 2nd position. 3rd is now Mike Becker, then Cole Deaver in 4th, and 5th right now is Kyle Matthews. As the field gets spread out just a little bit. And now moved Charles Sanford to the front, number 41. He won one of our night races this season, that coming at Bristol, Tennessee. And here comes Deaver to the inside. We said this track is very competitive at Charlotte, and it sure is right now. As here comes Kyle Matthews to the inside, and he's going to try to take the lead. Does not lead this lap, but as they go into turn number 1, Matthews will take the lead. And he's going to bring Keith Batson with him. Batson was our pole sitter, has not yet led a lap. That honor went to Jessica Shelton, I think, on the very first lap of the race. Keith Batson now in front in car 28, Texaco Haviland Ford. And here comes number 99, Levi McIntyre. He wants to get his 5 bonus points for leading a lap, as he is second place behind the leader, Joshua Osborne. There he is. McIntyre, in fact, at one time led some in the points earlier this season. He's a 5-time winner this season. Wins coming at Darlington. He also won at Richmond, the first Richmond race. He also won the first Dover event, won the Pepsi 400, and he also won at Iowa this season. Now moving inside, got a couple surprises here. Nick Baxter's in this mix, as is Audra Baranowskis in the 30 car, and the 12 car of JT Bryant is in this mix, as is Max Anderson, the 98, 33 of Al Lagacy, who has a 1.5 mile win himself at Las Vegas. Almost mixing a lot of our top contenders is back in the back. Through turns 3 and 4 they come. And they have caught the 77 of Chelsea Bowles right now, and as they've caught her. And now let's see what happens through the first and second turns, and see who all gets held up, or if anybody gets held up. And looks like the outside lane is going to be Preston Plord, Levi McIntyre, Michael Whitman, Kyle Matthews, several others. That's going to let the inside lane have the advantage for the moment. Batson still leading, and Baxter had second position, but now second place will now go to the 30 car of Audra Baranowskis, and she's got Paul Minnick shoving her. Off corner number 4 they come. Batson still with the lead. We'll check who has our fastest lap of the race right now, and that belongs to Johnny Gardner at 188.219 miles an hour. A couple of 188s, he and Jason Haywood, and several of the others in the 187 mile an hour range, and some very close to that mark as well right now, including this man, Ryan Acosta, in the 10 car. And right now, Paul Minnick's going to take the lead from Keith Batson. And here comes 98. That is the car of Max Anderson. He'll move inside for the lead. But he's not going to have it long, because Al Lagacy's going to go to the inside. Here comes number 10. That's the Ryan Acosta automobile. And the 29 car, that's Zachary Fitzwater, Quentin Moore, who's been on a tear of late as far as good runs are concerned. In the 75 car, Jesse Turner's in there, and as well as the 94, Jessica Shelton, 88. That's Kat Batson, our outside pole sitter. And she's got her KAB teammate behind her. That is the 6 of Becca Tellier. So now, and look at this. We got a 2x2 situation right there. As if they're going to pace this race and start it all over again at over 185 miles an hour. But some good racing, as I mentioned, happening here at Charlotte. Here comes number 75, Quentin Moore to the inside. He's going to try to lead this lap. Let's see if not Jesse Turner's got anything to say about that, and he will not. Moore has the lead at the moment, and here comes Turner with the number to the inside, and he'll take the lead. But here comes Shelton in 94. The only person I know of at Dover who can be involved in about 2 or 3 crashes and still finish in the top 15 as she did. And she'll move inside right now. Shelton's going to take the lead. Here comes Kat Batson, going to try to keep Shelton from leading that lap, but nope, Shelton will lead that lap. And here comes Kat Batson with Becca Tellier to the inside, the mother-daughter hookup, the 88 and the 6 cars. And here comes Johnny Gardner. We haven't talked about him at all today in that 16 car. Other than the fact that he had the fastest lap of the race, but Gardner dives inside. He'll moves inside, takes and pushes Becca Tellier down to the lead. Gardner moves inside. Just great racing we're having here at Charlotte. We're now past halfway. 20 laps down and 20 laps to go. This keeps up, though. We may have this lead change thing keeps up. We may possibly have a surprise winner, maybe. We had a few surprises leading today. And William Brock, of course, here he comes to the inside. He has the lead right now, the winner this season at California. And alongside him right now inside is Dylan Poteet, one of the top winners of the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and also the first ever season champion in this series. The man who at one time ran of course the Mountain Dew Racing Series and the now defunct Mopar Nationwide Series. Here comes Kyle Langland, and he's got the lead at the moment, number 25, and he's got his teammate Phil Parker behind him at number 5. On board Phil Parker's car. As he'll move inside, he's going to go for the lead, and he's got it. He's going to have Kev Scherer behind him in the 71 car, pushing him. And now riding with Dylan Young in number 2. Dylan Young to the lead, and here comes number 3, Cole Deaver. He's going to have to move the inside lane. He's got the number 1 spot for the moment. Baranowskis now gets the second position, and here comes Shane Lake in 17. As he'll move inside of Baranowskis, trying to take position away. And Audra now goes inside of Deaver for the number 1 spot, but Cole says, "Nuh-uh, that's my spot." And he'll keep the lead for the moment. The man out of the state of Georgia now leads the race. Shane Lake gets the second position. Here comes Charles Sanford for third position on Audra Baranowskis, as he's going to try to just take the spot away. Jason Haywood behind him in 21. As we said, the winner this season at the Southern 500 down in Darlington. Two of the guys that's won our Crown Jewel races. Their races. Sanford was the winner, of course, of the season opening Daytona 500, as well as the night race at Bristol this season. And so he has, as we said, has a night race win to his credit this season, I should say. Haywood to the inside. He's going to take third position. Fitzwater now goes to fourth. And here comes Michael Whitman in number 24. He goes inside for fifth position as the Jeff Gordon cars move up through the field. That car, of course, next season will be driven by the man who's going for the lead right now, Charles Sanford. But Whitman has had some really good runs in this season in that number 24 car. Has yet to win a race, but has but that car has shown some flashes of brilliance, about like Gordon style, just about. But anyway, and now you see the number 29. That's Fitzwater taking the lead right now. Whitman trying for second position. Ryan George is in that line as well, as is the 7 car of Mike Becker. Keith Batson is in this mix, as is the 19 car of Jesse Turner. Chelsea Bowles not on the lead lap. Chelsea Bowles is in this mix, but she is not on the lead lap. She's in last position, 41st at the moment. She's been between Jesse Turner and Kyle Matthews. Those wondering where our points contenders are at right now, well, there is Levi McIntyre. You see a shot of him in the 99 car. There he is. So McIntyre is clocked at this time by. He is clocked in the... He is clocked in the 17th position right now, so he has to man second place in the points coming into this event. And right behind him, is the woman third place in the standings. That's Jessica Shelton. She was 23rd the last time by. Let's see where she's at this time by. Yeah, there is Shelton. She is 20th at the moment. McIntyre running in 14th, and Joshua Osborne, our points leader, is back in 36th position. I'll show you where Joshua is at the moment. Yep, Osborne and several others got out of the draft early, and of course that also includes our 4th place driver in the points, Joshua Collard. He also has lost the pack as well as these guys are. So yeah, Batson, Shelton, and McIntyre is going to get a big gain in the points there. Is going to get a big gain in the points, so possibly if they all finish up front. Jesse Turner, meantime, has the lead, but here comes Kyle Matthews to the inside. Matthews in 42. As we are already down to 7 laps to go, and it's race, and Matthews pushes Bowles up to the middle of the track here. Now she's stuck in the middle. Turner's on the outside. Baxter's on the inside, as that's for second place right now. And here comes Matthews. Is he going to lead this lap, or is Baxter going to take it away from him? Yes, he will. Matthews will lead the lap. But Nick Baxter's on the inside of the racetrack here, and here comes Dive Bomb City, Preston Plord. Had thoughts of making it 3 wide off turn number 2, but thought better of it. And look who's come to dinner now. Number 99, Levi McIntyre, Thrash Maniac himself. Inside of Matthews, his fellow Ohioan. McIntyre's up there. Bryant, that's another surprise. He possibly could surprise everybody in this 12 car, as could the 18 car, Paul Minnick. He's looking for the start of the season. And look who's else has come to dinner. That number 94, Jessica Shelton. Shelton, believe it or not, has not yet won at Charlotte, believe it or not. Hard to believe. And she would love to get a win here on this racetrack. McIntyre got his lap led, and now here comes Bryant, number 12 to the inside. He's got Minnick behind him as they're coming down for 3.5 to go. This will be 3 to go this time by. Shelton's in this mix, as is Johnny Gardner, Kat Batson. Off the corner number 4, 3 laps to go. Shelton to the inside. Just misleading that lap, but she possibly could lead the next one here. But she's got a couple of hungry Fords, Johnny Gardner and Kat Batson. Who's it going to be here at Charlotte Motor Speedway? Johnny Gardner closing up. Off the 4th corner now. 2 laps to go. Kat Badson, she'll move inside. Shelton has a 1.5 mile win herself that came at Texas earlier this season. It'll be the white flag next time by. Car number 94, Jessica Shelton, out in front. Kat Badson is right behind her in second position. Who's it going to be at Charlotte? White flag is out. One more lap to go at Charlotte. Chelsea Bowles, remember, is a lap down. Kat Badson, what's she going to do in that 88 car? Backstretch now. She was the outside portion that has not yet led a lap this season. Or this race, I should say. And it's not going to happen off corner number 4. They come. It'll be too late for Badson. Car number 94, Jessica Shelton, gets her 4th win of the season as she wins at Charlotte. So car number 94, Jessica Shelton, finally wins her for the first time at Charlotte, as she holds off a hungry Kat Badson to take the victory here today. William Brock's going to come home in 3rd position. 4th spot will go to Dylan Young. 5th to Jason Haywood. 6th place to Cab Shearer. 7th to Kyle Langland. Johnny Gardner 8th. Phil Parker 9th. And Paul Minnick will end up in 10th position. Average speed 184.431 miles an hour here today. Here in this event, margin of victory a 1/10 of a second exactly. What's the chances of that happening? So for Shelton, it's her first win since I think her first win since the stop at Sonoma. And that was almost in the middle of the season. But she does help herself points-wise, though, and that was huge, definitely, for her in her quest for a 5th championship. We gave her the top 10 already. 11th place, we're going to Becca Tellier. 12th to JT Bryant, matching his car number. Ryan George 13th. 14th, Levi McIntyre. So he helps himself points-wise as well. Ryan Acosta 15th. 16th position will go to Preston Plord. 17th place will go to Dylan Poteet. Nick Baxter 18th, 19th Shane Lake, and Kyle Matthews ends up finishing in 20th position. Jesse Turner 21st, Quentin Moore 22nd, Keith Badson 23rd. 24th will go to Zachary Fitzwater, Mike Becker 25th, 26th Max Anderson, 27th Michael Whitman, 28th Audra Baranowskis. 29th position will go to Charles Sanford, 30th to Cole Deaver, 31st Al Legacy, Patrick Smith, Jack Legacy, Ashlyn Boyd, Alexander Rowe, Jonathan Zorlin, 36th position. Joshua Collard, 37th. Joshua Osborne, the points leader, 38th in this event. So him and Collard's going to take a huge hit in the points without question. Those were 2 of our top 5 in the points there. Osborne came in as the points leader. Collard came in this race in 4th place in the points. So this is going to be a killer for those 2. But let's remember the next track on the tour will be the Great Equalizer, Talladega Super Speedway. That's the next stop on the tour for the Die Hard 500. Glenn Duhit was 39th, 40th to Jordan Lopez, the last car in the lead lap, and Chelsea Bowles was dead last in 41st. And she must have had a problem early in the event, though, that she might have been the car that wouldn't start on the start of the race, but that's why you saw the field kind of split in half somewhat as the field came down pit road. But Bowles eventually did get going, finishes 2 laps down. Bad news was she was last place. So Jessica Shelton gets her 4th win of the season as she takes home the title at Charlotte in the Mello Yello 500. But the next race on the tour, well, as we said, the Die Hard 500 at Talladega Super Speedway, which will be the 31st of 36 races on the tour. And Talladega, always exciting and always great racing and always good finishes. And boy, are we going to anticipate that here. Points will be distributed, of course, at the end of the video. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for his channel. And please be sure to check out Seth's Tax Slayer Truck Series, Pizza Hut X Series, and the Hershey's Cup Series. Please be sure to check those races out. And Some of the best offline races are right here in the NNSCRA, and you will not regret checking those races out neither. So that's the story from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Talladega is next on the tour. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best.